Okay, I'll just start. So our course objectives were clear. Explain the concepts of linear algebra, eigenvalues, eigenvectors, eigendecomposition, differential integral calculus. So we'll be covering till differential integral calculus today. Okay. So linear algebra is a study of mathematics that deals with the study of vectors, matrices, linear functions, and equations. We'll be more into vectors today. We'll be doing vectors later on, and then equations further later on. So you know this, right? I have given an example yesterday. So
Yes.
please solve this equation. I need the values of x and y. So get a value of x and y. Plus 9 by 2 y equals to, what shall I put over here? Equals to 14 by 2. Oh, sorry, it should be 15. Okay, it is 15 by 2. I'm not able to understand where this eraser is. So if I reduce this equation to normal one, so without the fractions, so it will be 6. Oh my god, what is this? Okay. So this would be 6x plus 9y equals to 13. And the second equation will be 2x plus 3y equals to 5. So this can be easily solved, right? So give me the value of x and y. So actually it is a parallel line, so you cannot have any solution. Okay. So if I just erase all the drawings, if I write another equation, 3x plus 4y equals to 10. Okay. And oh my god. So this is 8. Okay. Please adjust. 8x plus 8y equals to 8. Okay. So just tell me what is the answer of x and y. Now is it possible?
Minus 6, 7.
Can you repeat? X is okay and y is 7, right? Okay, it's right. This is right answer. So the thing is, like when you plot it in a x-axis, you will be, for example, this is a line that passes through x is minus 6, right? So consider that there is minus 6 and y is 7. So consider the point is here. So the line will be meeting over here, okay? So if the line is like this and the second line is like this, so this is the point. That is the point of intersection of the line. So this point is minus 6 comma 7. Okay. So this is a one solution kind of a thing. So there can be infinitely many solutions. When it is a quadratic, you will have two solutions. For example, if I give an equation x square plus 4x plus 4, no, plus 3 actually. Here it should be 3 plus 3 equals to 0. So if I give you this equation, you will be able to solve like this: x plus 3 and 1 x plus 3. So there will be two solutions, minus 1 and minus 3. Okay. So there will be two solutions over here. If it's a quadratic, there will be two solutions. That means the line will be having two kinds of points where similar kinds of equations will be intersecting on it. Okay. So that is how the quadratic equation works. So now we'll proceed for the next topic. So this is how the linear equations come into play. A linear equation does not involve any products, inverses or roots of variables. So this the equation last which I had drawn, the quadratic equation, it has roots. So it has two solutions. Okay, so that is not a linear equation, that's a quadratic equation. And linear equation doesn't have anything called as trigonometric or logarithmic. It won't be like that, like x 4 tan x plus 6 sine y equals to 8 or something like that. So there won't be something related to these kinds of equations. Okay. So the next topic is the same thing, like the system of linear equations. So that I discussed before, that it can have no solutions. Like the first example, which was a parallel line, so there was a no solution. The second equation that I gave, it had one solution because we found an intersecting point. And when I give a parallel line, that is infinitely many solutions because each line will be overlapping on one another. Like for example, if I just plot 2x plus 3y equals to 0. Okay, so if there is a line like this, 2x plus 3y equals to 0, and similarly 4x plus 6y equals to 0. So that will be a parallel line. Okay, sorry, that will be a overlapping line. So it will have infinitely many solutions. You cannot constrict to have one solution. You can find many number of solutions. Okay. So for example, if 2x plus 3y, if I want to locate, so it will be 0 comma minus 3. The first point will be 0 comma minus 3. Okay. No, it will be 0 comma 0 at least, like it will be the origin itself. Okay. And this will be also in the origin. So they both are starting from the origin, something like this. So another line will be there, it will be overlapping them. Okay. So when it is overlapping, so all the points are being touched by another line. So ultimately it has infinitely many solutions. Okay. So infinitely many solutions. Actually, I'll just put infinitely many solutions. Okay. So that is how it works. Then the next topic is that, for example, if you got these many equations, okay, these many equations, system of n equations in n variables as the form. So how will you solve? So there is a thing where when you can arrange it rectangularly, it's called as matrix. So you can arrange it in a rectangular array in the form, and matrix is two-dimensional array. I'll show you like how it works and all. If n equals to m, that means number of columns equals to number of rows. So then that will be called as a square matrix. See, for example, if there are 1, 2, 3, 3 elements as columns, and there's 1, 2, and 3 elements as rows. So ultimately, it is a square matrix because it is 3 by 3. 3 by 3. So if it has same column, same rows, then it is a square matrix. So A is called a diagonal matrix if Aij equals to 0, where I not equal to j. So this is Aij equals to 0 when I is not equal to 0. That means diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix means it is said to be on the diagonal. An entry of the form Ai is said to be on the main diagonal. Okay. So if, for example, I have an index kind of a matrix in which the diagonals is filled with 1, 1 and 1. Rest all are 0. Okay. So here you will find 0, here you will find 0, here you will find 0, here you will find 0. So this is a diagonal matrix because it has the same number as the diagonals and rest all are different numbers. So that is how the diagonal matrix actually works. That is in linear algebra. Entries outside the main diagonal are all 0. So it's a diagonal matrix. So this matrix, if taken in a determinant form, so how to solve the determinant? To take it in a determinant form. So this is I, J and K. Okay, so this is, since the first column, you should just consider the first column I, J and K. So this will be the 1 into 1 minus 0 minus 0 into 0 minus 0 and plus 0 into 0 minus 0. So ultimately it will be just giving the one answer. So that will be 1. So you multiply it with any matrix, you will get only 1. You will get the same matrix again. Okay, the same matrix will be available to you because it is an index matrix. So we'll proceed with the calculations, like how to do the calculations and all. So we'll go for addition. So how addition works, you see how addition works. Same number of rows, same number of columns are mandatory to do the addition. You can see it can be added only if it has same number of rows and same number of columns. Okay. So this should be added with this should be added with this should be added with this, and this should be added with this. So this works for same as addition and subtraction. Okay, the same is for addition and subtraction. So this is the same for subtraction. Okay, like सेम वाला चीज ले लिया, सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया और हमें फाइनल आंसर मिल गया. And note that a minus b is not equal to b minus a. Since if I subtract b from a, it won't be same as when I subtract a from b. Okay, so that needs to be noted down. Now comes to the multiplication. Like how the multiplication works is, it's a tricky one. So you should consider this first element multiplied by this, then you need to add this element into multiplied by this. So this, for example, this is a1, a1 1. Okay, and second one is a12. Okay, this one is b21 and this is b22. Okay, sorry, I wrote this, consider this as a only. Okay, I got it. So this is multiplied with b11. So and consider same like a and here b. Okay, so I'm just replacing a and b. So this needs to be multiplied by this. So a11 into b11 into b11 plus a12 into b21 into b21. Okay, so this is the multiplication of matrix works, and then you will get the first column of the result. This is the first column. Okay, the first element, the first row and first column based element that will be getting as a result. So 22 into 13 plus 32 into 13. Okay, so this is the thing that I wanted to say. Then if you want for second column, then you need to multiply 22 into 8 plus 32 into 16. So this is the thing. Then you need to multiply like this. So now after this, if you want the third, like the third element, that is the second row's first element, then you'll multiply 11 by 13 and then you'll add it with 16 into 13. Then 11 into 8 and 16 into 16. So this will be this is 88 and 256. So that would be 344. Okay. So that is how the answer is being 344 is being given, and this is 22 into 8 and 32 into 16. So it is just 2 times of this, so 688. Okay. So now there is a transpose, something called as transpose. You just keep the diagonal as same. So in the transpose, you just keep the diagonal as same. So for example, you have a diagonal, ये diagonal same रहेगा, बाकी element यहाँ जो रहेगा element वो यहाँ आ जाएगा, यहाँ जो रहेगा element, sorry, यहाँ जो रहेगा element वो यहाँ आ जाएगा, and vice versa. The thing that is over there, it will go there, and ultimately this will get exchanged. So that's why that the 32 and 11 is there. They got exchanged, but the diagonal remains the same. Okay, this diagonal remains the same. 22 and 16 remains the same. 32 and 11 are swapped. So that is how transpose works. So after this, analogous to division. So you will be surprised that there is no division in matrix. So there is something called as inverse in matrix. Okay. So this is the inverse. In inverse, what happens? Like if AB equals to BA. So if you want to find an inverse, like for example, if I take 7 common from the equation which had diagonals as 7. So like here it is 1, 0, 0. This is not K, okay? This is 1, this is 1. And this is 1 again, here 1. So there's a diagonal matrix here. So if I multiply it by this matrix, then it will give me, and the diagonals I'll get just 7. So wherever the 1 is there, it will just get multiplied by 7. So the rest all would be same. Okay. Here it will be 0, here it will be 0, here it will be 0. Okay. So if I take common from this, then it will become this. If I take 7 common from this, so this is inverse. Like if I'm just multiplying it by 1 by 7. So if I do 7 means 1 by 7 into this 1 by 7 of this matrix into this matrix, then I'll get identity matrix. So what is identity matrix? Identity matrix is 1 in the diagonal, rest all as 0. Okay, so here it will be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so it will be identity matrix. So if I multiply 1 by, so if I multiply 1 by 7 into this equation, because 1 by 7 is the k value that I have got, so I will be just getting the identity matrix, that is IN. So what is identity matrix? The thing that same I explained over here. So this is the identity matrix. Okay. So if I multiply 1 by 7 into this matrix, then I'll be getting identity matrix. Then next would be, I'll just erase all the drawing. So next would be special matrix types. So as I said, this is the identity matrix. Diagonal is this. So what is diagonal matrix? Diagonal matrix is I not equal to j. Like if I and j are not equal. Okay, so I is not equal to j, but j and k are equal. So I is not equal to j. So the I is having certain other number and j is having certain other number, and dij equals to 0. So if you have the diagonal of this matrix, you just get 1, and rest all apart from this diagonal would be 0. Symmetric matrix would be like even if you do the transpose, still it will be the same. That is symmetric matrix. So and an array with more than one axis is called as tensor. An array more than two axes is called as tensor. Tensor might have 3 dimensions, so that the value of coordinates ijk is aij. Okay. So what is Tensor? Tensor is the library for object detection. So you can download this. It is some sort of T and F being put in the Play Store. You can go and download it, and then you can use your camera. You can give the permission for your camera, and you can use that thing to detect any object. So it will be giving you certain percentage that it is sure that it is 71% person. It won't call human being as human being. It calls person. It wants to interact with people, right? So it just calls person. Okay. So and rest all it will just give the percentage. Sometimes it gives in decimals like 2.2, and it can detect multiple objects as well, not only one. It can detect here one. If, for example, this is your screen, and it actually detects with the, this is the, for example, this is the watch, so it will be detecting like this. It will put a square mark on it and it will detect like this is watch and how much percent it is sure of. And here if another person comes, so it will detect him on the square piece as well. उसका रेंज दिखता है और वो वहां लिख देता है कि पर्सन है और कितना परसेंट है. तो ये 60% उसको पर्सन लग रहा है. मे बी कैमरा का क्वालिटी ऐसा हो सकता है या फिर उसको और कोई बैरियर हो सकता है आइडेंटिफाई करने में. But this will give that it is so watch is nearer to the person, so as compared to the person with respect to camera, so ultimately it will be giving you the percentage more. जितना पास में होगा तो उसको percentage clarify हो जाता है. It will be giving you around 90% that it is a clock. It doesn't have watch kind of library, it will just give you that this is a clock. Okay, because clock and watch look the same, right? Both have hours and minutes and etc. So उसकी library में वैसा feeded है. So then next would be what is vector. Okay. So till now I think everything is clear, I guess. Is there anything being left? Hello students. Hello students. Okay. Okay. So I'll just proceed with next topic. Yeah. So what is vector? Vector is an object with both magnitude, length and direction. It starts with origin and its length is denoted by v. So you just see if you put an axis over here, another axis over here, and if you put a vector, it's a kind of an vector means kind of a line. Just consider that vector is a line. Okay, it's an object with magnitude and direction. So direction is put to the for example, this is a vector v. So it has a direction over there. Okay, and it has a length of this vector. So both matters for a vector to be processed. Both matters, both the magnitude and direction. Magnitude means length. You can take a modulus if you want, mod of x or mod of v, so they have denoted as this. So magnitude matters actually. So if you go in negative direction or if you go in positive direction, for example this is the axis, but you are crossing the same distance, right? दोनों का distance same है. So that is how it is, and vector actually needs both magnitude and direction. So properties of vector, just see, like unit vector is a vector with unit norm. So what is norm? It's unit length. Norm matlab unit length, and it is actually given 2, but we don't prefer by giving it 2. So we just don't want to go it with number 2, so we just omit it. We just omit the value. So a vector x and a vector y are orthogonal to each other. So what do you mean by orthogonal? That means they are in 90-degree axis. For example, if x is in if there is a vector x that is an x-axis, I-axis actually, there is I, j and k actually over here. So if you see, like if I put the values, so that is the j, okay, I, j and k. So this is I and this is j and this is k. So I and k are orthogonal because if you can assume this as 1, so this will be also 1, but this will be root 2. So it is greater than 1 because this is an hypotenuse, right? If I scale it over, sorry, if I scale this over here, so it will be a kind of a right angle kind of thing, and this will be hypotenuse. So I and j cannot be orthogonal, but I and k can be orthogonal as well as orthonormal if they have unit norm. Okay. So similarly, an orthogonal matrix is a square matrix whose rows are mutually orthonormal and whose columns are mutually orthogonal. Okay. So columns can also be orthonormal, but only if it is of unit norm. Okay, if I equals to k, okay, it has I and k have a value of 1, so then only it will be orthonormal. So this is orthogonal in the first case, but when it becomes 1, it will be orthonormal. So in this case, A T A, that means A ka transpose into A equals to A into A ka transpose. So here multiplication doesn't change. If you just go back, so here I have mentioned that in multiplication, A into B is not same as B into A. Okay, so take a note about this, like A into B. I am talking about matrices. Okay, A into B. If I consider A matrix into B matrix, so that won't be equal to B into A. So that won't be equal to, okay, B into A. Okay, so this is how it works. Ultimately you cannot have a same result obtained because here row column ho jata hai, column row ho jata hai. So if you want to calculate B into A, so let us calculate B into A. So 13 into 22 plus 13 into 11. So what is 13 into 22? 13 into 22 is 286. 286. 13 into 22 plus 13, one second. So actually it should be like this, like 13 into 22 plus um, 8 into 11. Okay, so it should be like 8 into 11, it should be 30. So it is 286 plus 88. Okay, so this would be the first element, and then if you subsequently go for second element, then it will be 13 into like for example, if you want to go for this element, so it will be 13 into 22 plus 8 13 into 32, actually 13 into 32 plus 8 into 16. So how much is 8 into 16? That is 144. And 32 into 13 into 32 is how much? 39, 26. It will be 4 or 516. No, yeah, it will be 416. Okay, am I right? Like it is 416. It will be 144 plus 416. Okay, wait a second. I'll just verify. Where I was actually 13 into 32 plus 8 into 16. Okay, 32 into wait a second, I'm getting a bit confused. Like I need a matrix over here, right? So 13 into 32 plus 8 into 16 into 13 plus 8 into, my god, this is taking like this, yeah. I don't know what is happening here. So it will be like, are you getting my point? Like I just want to calculate, so consider this matrix is over here. So 13 into 32 plus 8 into 16. So 32 into 13 plus 144. So it will be 560. Yeah, so I was right actually. So 416 is coming. So it will be 560. So similarly, you can calculate both of these here. Okay. So like you have to go for 11 into 13 plus 16 into 13 that they have done. But we are going from here. Okay. So it would be like 13 into 22 plus 16 into 11. So you will be getting an answer over here. So that is how multiplication works. But this is not same as B into A. We found two different answers. The first two elements were varying, so we can guess and we can put an guesstimate that actually entire matrix is varying. So B into A is not equal to A into B. So similarly here over here, so it is being mentioned that here transpose. If you multiply transpose of the matrix into this and A into this of this, So then in that case you'll get an orthogonal matrix, that is A inverse equals to A transpose. तो A और A अगर आप देखोगे तो यहाँ वो ट्रांसपोज हो जाएगा, and ultimately you will get an inverse and transpose to be same. Okay, now comes the addition and subtraction of vectors. So consider again the one of the same axis, and this is I, J, and sorry, U, V, and Z, for example, over here. So how will you calculate this Z value? So how much is Z? So what is Z and how much Z should be? So I can replace, I can move this U along with V, and I can paste it over here. So this will get joined over here. So I'll show you one second. So this will be U. I'll make it dotted so it becomes understandable that I am just moving it along with V. I'm moving it along with V. And you just understand that it is going, V is going in positive direction. Okay. And U is also going in positive direction. Okay. So positive into positive is positive. So we can use U, V plus U equals to Z, or U plus V equals to Z. So ultimately we'll be getting this kind of thing. So after this, if I put the same kind of thing, if I want to show like how it can decrease in negative direction, so you just have a look, like this is going in positive direction, this is going in negative direction. So it will be like U minus Z. You know how to get the vectors, right? देखो ये एरो इधर जा रहा है और ये एरो को जब मैं यहाँ ला रहा हूँ तो ये एक साइकिल में जा रहा है, ये ऑपोजिट में जा रहा है, दैट इज अ रिजल्टेंट वन, रिजल्टेंट वेक्टर. ये पहला यहाँ जा रहा है और ये दूसरा यहाँ जा रहा है, तो अल्टीमेटली रिजल्टेंट उनका सिंपल सम होता है. Actually, if you go it in a trigonometric way, I'll show you in trigonometric way में कैसा होता है, multiplication में कैसा होता है. So यहाँ कैसा है कि ये यहाँ जा रहा है लेकिन ये decrease हो रहा है. So ultimately we have the resultant as V. So how will we write this equation? ये देखो ये यहाँ जा रहा है V and U is going like this. So V, the first one I'm solving, okay. So the first one will be V plus U, okay, equals to Z. So I got the sum. So it can also be written as U plus V that I have mentioned over here. So next would be U plus Z, but it won't be plus. This is going in negative direction. So it will be U minus Z equals to V. So it can also be written as U minus V equals to Z. Okay. So this is the equation that we wanted because it is going in negative direction. So ultimately U minus V equals to Z. Okay, so I think there is a this thing is being clear, this is being understood. So the process of subtracting two or more vectors to get a vector difference. For two vectors U and V, the vector difference is U minus V Z, because this is moving in negative direction. अगर यही positive direction में होता तो ये U plus मतलब ये अगर U ऐसा होता और U ऐसा होता and V ऐसा होता और Z अगर बीच में से निकलता या फिर कहीं और निकलता है, like for example it is going like this. So if I am able to move it along U axis, U can be moved along V axis, then the resultant would be Z in the previous case. So that will be giving an addition. Since it is going in negative direction, that's why you have to subtract the value. Okay. So now I'll erase all the drawings. So now how will you do the multiplication? So the multiplication is here, the cos theta comes into play. If it would be a dot product, it is actually this kind of product. Okay, this is a this kind of thing. Okay, this is a multiplication. So if it would be a U dot V, so U dot V is a scalar product. This is a X. This kind of multiplication is a vector product. Since we are dealing with vectors, so we are more concerned with vector product. Okay. So if it is a dot, so it will be a scalar product. What it would be? Scalar product. So you know what is scalar? Scalar is only related to, it is only concerned with the magnitude. It has nothing to do with the direction. ये सेम चीज अगर हमने अगर स्केलर में किया होता तो वो नेगेटिव वैल्यू लेने की कोई जरूरत नहीं थी, क्योंकि वो डायरेक्शन से उसे कुछ फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. इट इज जस्ट रिलेटेड टू मैग्नीट्यूड. So scalar is only concerned with magnitude. So same speed और velocity में फर्क होता है. Okay, this is like if you want to see speed is distance upon time. Okay, speed equals to distance upon time. I'm just writing the first two letters. You just understand it what I want to say. Speed equals to distance upon time, but velocity equals to displacement upon time. Okay, so velocity will be displacement upon time. Displacement is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity क्योंकि displacement can be zero, क्योंकि वो direction में ज़्यादा depend करता है. अभी अगर फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई एम हैविंग अ जॉग ओवर अ पार्क, एक पार्क में जाके मैं जॉगिंग कर रहा हूँ, मैं यहाँ से शुरू कर रहा हूँ और मैं यहीं आके एंडिंग कर रहा हूँ, तो मेरा डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो गया जीरो, क्योंकि वो डायरेक्शन पे डिपेंड करता है एंड अल्टीमेटली इट मेजर द डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द दिस थिंग व्हाट डू वी से फ्रॉम द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट टू द एंडिंग पॉइंट. फर्स्ट और स्टार्ट के बीच में देखता है, लेकिन डिस्टेंस मेरा कितना है, डिस्टेंस मेरा इसका जो 2πr होता है, जिसका फॉर एग्जांपल अगर इसका रेडियस पकड़ लेते हैं, it is 100 meter radius, so it is 200 pi, so it will be 200 into pi, so that will be 6 or 28 point something meter. Okay, wait a second, so just 200 into pi would be 200 into 3.14, so 628 point something. Okay, so it will be actually 629.4 something like that. Okay, you just have an assumption 628 मीटर के आसपास मैंने जॉग किया है 200 मीटर रेडियस में, लेकिन मेरा ये हो गया मेरा डिस्टेंस, दिस इज माय डिस्टेंस, बट displacement will be zero because I have completed one round. Okay, so since I am concerned more with displacement because it's a vector quantity, so I need to go up with cos. cos यहाँ जो होता है वो एंगल यहाँ है, जो ये थीटा है ना, ये थीटा इधर u और v के बीच का एंगल है, दिस इज द थीटा. ओके, so this is how it works, and u into v, then the sign is this thing, like मेरे को कीबोर्ड में मिला नहीं ऐसा, तो इसीलिए मैंने ऐसे डाल दिया. मैं x डाल सकता था but it is showing some curve, so you will be finding like uxv क्या हो गया है, uxv equal to z कैसे हो गया, ऐसा सोचोगे, इसीलिए मैंने मल्टीप्लिकेशन साइन डाला था. So this is u into v, and again it is u into v, so that we'll get x1 x2 plus y1 y2. To get the product we need a product of two vectors, so that is how we work, like x1 x2, x1 का value और x2 का value into y1 और y2 का. ठीक है, where am I? So this is v vector, sorry for giving you late. So then this can be shown equal to mod of x into mod of y into cos theta, क्योंकि it has nothing to do with this thing, क्या बोलते हैं कि yeah, it has nothing to do with what is the value, it has to do with it is positive or negative, उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता, it is just concerned with the value, the magnitude. Okay, so then okay, now it is going to be a bit an advanced topic. So what is norm? So one of the vector operation, what is norm? You just have to take the screenshot of this. You don't need to go in depth of it. Just have an idea about this. Okay. In machine learning, the size of a vector is called norm. On an intuitive level, the norm of a vector function x measures the distance from the origin to the point x. Okay. So x के इसमें से norm का जो distance होता है वो measure करता है from the origin to the point of x. ओरिजिन से x के बीच का डिस्टेंस को नॉर्म ऑफ अ वेक्टर बोलते हैं. सो इन मशीन लर्निंग द साइज ऑफ अ वेक्टर इज कॉल्ड नॉर्म. मैंने जैसे बोला था कि अगर ऑर्थो नॉर्मल है तो वो एक अगर यूनिट अगर हम समझते हैं, यूनिट लेंथ का समझते हैं, तो ऑर्थो नॉर्मल हो गया. ठीक है, so example a vector with LP norm p greater than equal to 1, so this will be mod of x of p. This is just a formula, you just don't have to go in depth of it, क्योंकि ये p value l value ये सब फर्क आता है. You don't have to go in depth of it, you just have to know कि क्या होता है. Okay, so norm features, you just have to know this, like there is something called as Euclidean norm, Euclidean distance होता है, and to in this I will be more this I will be discussing more in statistics. Okay, ना प्रोबेबिलिटी का क्या होता है, लास्ट टॉपिक इसका प्रोबेबिलिटी है, उसके बाद फिर हम स्टैटिस्टिक्स का टॉपिक में आएंगे तो हम फिर इसको डिटेल में समझेंगे. Okay, so it is actually x to the power t. This is transpose of that vector and into x. So this is better as its differential only depends on x. Its differential only depends on x. So the more the x is changing, the more it will be affecting the distance. Okay. So here the eigenvalue में eigenvectors. आपने matrices solve किया होगा तो eigenvector of a matrix A is non-zero because as this multiplication by A alters only the scale of V. So AV equals to lambda of V. Lambda is a eigenvalue corresponding to eigenvector. Lambda is a eigenvalue. So if you have a multiplication kind of a matrix, उसमें अगर आप lambda डालते हो तो उसके ऊपर से अगर आप वेक्टर को मल्टीप्लाई करते हो, then you will get a matrix with eigenvector. Okay. So then now how it changes कि अगर मैंने lambda से multiply किया तो कितना change होता है. Like I have multiplied it by lambda 1 and lambda 2. Okay. So lambda 1 in the case of V1 and lambda 2 in the case of V2. So see the circle which had a radius of V1 and V2. It has, when I multiplied it by lambda 1 and lambda 2, which is indirectly related to itself. Like there is some relation between lambda 1 and lambda 2. ओके तो उतना सा डिफरेंस की वजह से ये सर्कल एलिप्टिकल हो गया, लाइक ऑफ अ एलिप्स, राइट? सो काइंड ऑफ एन एलिप्टिकल. सो ये अपना अर्थ के ऑर्बिट जैसा हो गया कि ये बीच में सन है और ये एलिप्टिकल ऑर्बिट जैसा वैसा हो गया, क्योंकि लैम्डा इसको ज्यादा खींच करके लेकर के गया, लेकिन ये उसके विद रिस्पेक्ट टू चेंज होता है लैम्डा टू, इसलिए वो कम चेंज हो पाया. मे बी इट कुड बी लाइक इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि ये जितना ज्यादा पढ़ रहा है और उतना ही ज्यादा ये कम होते जा रहा है. So ultimately it can be a inversely proportional kind of a lambda. That's why it is showing that kind of value. Any queries? Agent decomposition. So what is agent decomposition? Agent decomposition like factorization हम कैसे करते हैं? मतलब prime numbers निकालो, बोले तो 12 is made up of prime numbers. तो factorization किया तो फिर 12 2 into 2 into 3 आता था. Okay, so for example, this is not divisible by 5 and it is divisible by 2 and 3. So ultimately 5 cannot be used. So similar way matrices can be decomposed, like using the eigenvalues, eigen decomposition, like remove an eigen and put a inverse, remove an eigen and put a inverse. So that is how the matrices works. Okay, so okay, this topic is being done. I'm just waiting for the queries. Okay. Give 2 or 3 minutes to type your query or something, anything related to that. Then I will be showing you how we are using vectors in R Studio. So we'll be going to this R Studio. Just give me time. So if I want to put a vector, for example, this is a combining function. ना ये सबसे पहले ये याद रखना कि ये combine function. Like मैं 1, 2, 3. Like for example, if I want to put b equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 और मैं फिर print b को print करूँ, then it is showing error. Then what is okay? Object b is not found. So I need to run this first. So let it get stored. What is the error? I'm not able to understand. What is the error right now? Okay, I did not combine it. Okay, sorry. So, okay, so B is having this. So if I run B, so it will show me this output. Okay, so this is the output. Hope it is visible. Okay, I'll maximize the screen. And so this is the output. Okay, you can zoom it in from your screen if you want to see the output. Why did it show the error? Why did it throw the error? Because I did not put the combine function. मैं combine नहीं कर रहा हूँ चीजों, मैं ऐसे ही डाल दे रहा हूँ वैल्यू, तो वो उसको अगर एक लूप में नहीं मिलता है then it will show error. Okay, so this is the combine function first of all. So what is see if 1 to 5 बोलूँ तो it will just show me 1 2 3 4 5 1 to 5 sequentially. Okay, तो C बोले तो 1 to 5 sequentially, and if I want to see, if I want to put it in a vector, if I want to put it in a vector called as vector 1, so this is an equal to sign, okay? Equal to sign ऐसा भी डाल सकते हो या फिर आप ऐसा भी डाल सकते हो, okay? लेकिन आप उल्टा मत डाल देना, ये गलत हो जाएगा। अभी मैं ये रन करके दिखाता हूँ तो आपको फिर when you will face errors you will understand। ये भी वैसे चल सकता है लेकिन not in every case, but see it's showing error vector 1 not found। Okay, so reverse equal to is not possible, it is only front kind of equal to। So this I am loading the value in combined function to this, so now I get a so if I ask for output कि भाई क्या है मेरे वेक्टर 1 में वो मुझे दिखा दे, तो ये दिखा देता है, ये है तुम्हारा वैल्यू। So then if I want to see its class बोले तो कौन से, एक मिनट सॉरी कैप्स लॉक करके, क्लास कि वेक्टर 1 का क्लास क्या है, अगर ये आपको जानना है, तो अगर ये आपको जानना है कि उसमें क्या फील्ड है, so it will be showing integer। Okay, so now if I put something called as vector 2 and if I put like this, so this is a vector, okay, ये vector है, magnitude direction वो सब भूल जाओ थोड़ी देर के लिए। Vector is a storing kind of an element, okay? Vector is one dimensional array, okay? That can be used to store data of same data type। अगर तुम data type numeric डाल रहे हो तो numeric vectors हो गए, complex data type डाल रहे हो तो complex vectors हो गए, logical vectors डाल रहे हो तो logical हो गया। So what are logical vectors? Logical vectors मतलब true, okay, oh sorry capital में लिखा था, true, comma, false, comma, false, okay? So एक ही kind of data type के लिए use होता है, तो एक ही kind of data type में run कर पाता है। So now it is showing this। So if I now ask for what is stored in my this thing vector 2 and what is its class, yes ma'am? Logical is the least preferred, then the second is integer or numeric, okay? Then it comes this string or character, okay? So this is how it is, this is a comment, okay? जैसे ये hash python में भी ऐसे ही comment देते हैं hash, so somewhat similarities there are in python। So ma'am the thing is when you put true and false और यहाँ integer उसको दिखता है तो true को 1 ले लेता है, false को 0 ले लेता है। For example even if I put f equals to, or I can even put like this equal to, if I put 99 comma 1098 comma 2047 etc, and then if I put true, okay, if I just combine this and if I ask for class f, now if I only run this, it will give me an error, it will say no f found because I did not run this command, I did not load it, until and unless I don't load it. See now the f came over here, you are able to see my mouse, right? The spotlight is over here, so here it is my value that f is over here, so then I can proceed with class f। So what is the class? Just it will give numeric, it has converted this entire thing to 1 or 0, so you just see that the last one is being converted to 1। So if I want to take a print, like if I like how did you give me numeric, just show me what have you taken the value for true, so now it is giving me 1, okay? So this is the value, it is giving me 1 instead of true। If I take false it will give me 0, simple, it just give me 0। And if I want to know the class, I have this class kind of want to multiply it by r, and it will be also possible if you go for an array। So what is a 3-dimensional array? Now comes the play that what is a 3-dimensional array, because matrix is a 2-dimensional array। So if I take a normal array, if I take a normal array and if I give such kind of thing like I want an array, I need to specify that I need an array, okay? And now it is giving me a hint that what should be the data, so I'm asking it to put 1 to 27 because I'm going to use 3-dimensional in a serial way, and then I'm giving the dimension to be 3 comma 3 comma 3, okay? So 3 into 3 into 3 should be 27, I can even use like this. If you want to see 9, 3, 1 can also be used. So there I'll get different issue, but I'll just have to combine it, right? So dimensions should be combined, and then if I run it, I suppose there shouldn't be any sort of errors. So now if I ask it to print a normal array, so it will be giving me this. So since it has only one dimensional, it will be giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 27. So ये हो गया ऐसा 9 के 9 9 करके स्प्लिट हो गया. यही अगर मैं 3,3,3 अभी अगर मैं 3,3,1 रखता हूँ तो एरर आएगा, because I have loaded it to 27 तक का लोड किया है. So now it will just take only till 3 into 3, that is 9 तक ही लेगा वो, और उसके बाद कुछ नहीं लेगा. But it is having till 27. Sometimes it may also show error if you just put if you by mistakenly remove this combine sign, it will simply show the error. It will say भाई मेरे को समझना ही नहीं है, unexpected. Okay, so the value that you are putting, it should be utilized. So if I put 1, 3,1, still will run, and if you just run this normal array, to just give you this data, ये पहले डायमेंशन का है, लेकिन मैं 27 तक जा सकता हूँ. So मैं 3 into 3 into 3 तक जा सकता हूँ. So 3 into 3 into 3, it will be giving me 27 different thing in a 3-dimensional array. So now let me print that 3-dimensional array. Let me clean it first, and now let me print it so it will be more clear. So see, it is the comma 1, comma 2, comma 3. So it is like a cuboid kind of a thing. Okay, cuboid है हमारे पास. Okay, so this is the point. अभी अगर मैं comma 1, so पहले 1 का 1 2 3, तो ये वैल्यू मुझे पहला है, फिर यहाँ एक वैल्यू है. So I am getting it to a 3D kind of a window. So that is 3-dimensional array. ये पहले डायमेंशन में इतना है, दूसरे डायमेंशन में इतना है, तीसरे डायमेंशन में इतना है. It's a fold kind of a thing. ये fold होते जाएगा. So I think today I did not waste any sort of time, and I have done with everything, I guess. And now if you want to know about data frame, now we'll be going through this. हाँ, अभी अगर आपको ये समझ रहा नहीं है तो भी चलेगा, लेकिन हम आर्क के टाइम पे जब आएंगे तब हम अच्छे से इसको एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. So now we have completed till the explain basic concepts of algebra. Eigenvalues, eigenvectors has been completed. So calculus and probability and statistics will be remaining tomorrow. We'll be doing it tomorrow, calculus, probability and statistics. And tomorrow if possible we'll just have a start with this Excel. ये इसमें बहुत ज्यादा मजा आने वाला है. The main topic is hypothesis testing. ये इंटरव्यू में पूछा जाता है, hypothesis testing. Confidence interval also is being asked in interview. They are more concerned about the tendency. Mean, median, mode का कितना आपको confidence level मिलता है. So they are more concerned with this. तो इसमें अगर आप ज्यादा focus करके करोगे, then it will be very great for everyone.